The Sahara Desert once had lakes. The Sahara Desert, which we know today as the largest hot desert in the world, wasn't always dry and sandy. 6,000, 7,000 years ago, it was a lush, green region with plants, animals, and even large lakes. Here's how it changed over time. 1. The Sahara was green. Thousands of years ago, the Sahara had a much wetter climate. There were rivers, grasslands, and plenty of vegetation. Animals like hippos, elephants, and crocodiles lived there, and even early humans called the region home. 2. Large lakes in the Sahara. One of the biggest lakes was the mega lake Chad. This lake was so huge that it was as big as the Caspian Sea today. It covered parts of modern-day Chad, Niger, and Nigeria. Over time, most of these lakes dried up because the climate changed, but a smaller version of this lake, called Lake Chad, still exists today. 3. Why did the Sahara change? The Sahara's climate changed because of shifts in Earth's orbit. These changes affected the rainfall in the region. Over thousands of years, the rains stopped, and the land slowly turned into the dry desert we see today. This process is called desertification, when fertile land becomes desert. 4. Evidence of the Green Sahara. Scientists have found fossils of animals like hippos and crocodiles in the Sahara, which proves it was once wet. Rock paintings created by ancient humans show pictures of animals and people swimming in rivers. These discoveries are reminders that the Sahara wasn't always a desert. 5. What about Lake Chad? Lake Chad is one of the last remnants of the Sahara's wet past. Today, Lake Chad is much smaller than it was thousands of years ago. It continues to shrink because of climate change and human use of its water. Simple example. Imagine the Sahara Desert as a giant green garden with big lakes, rivers, and forests. Over thousands of years, the rain stopped and the garden dried up, leaving behind sand and only small pieces of its watery past, like Lake Chad. In short, the Sahara Desert was once a green paradise, but changes in Earth's climate turned it into the dry desert we see today. The remnants of lakes like Lake Chad remind us of the Sahara's wet and lush history.